Well, well, well. Welcome back to another episode of Puff and Pour. Got something a little special today, something different we're going to try. I say it's special, to be honest. Every cigar I get to sit down and enjoy is special. And the pairing you put with it can just send that to another level. So today, we got the La Roma de Cuba Immensa. It's a 6x6, 60 ring gauge. Uh, I have been fortunate enough to have this cigar, so I do know what to expect with this cigar. That it kind of enabled me to find what I'm hoping to be a decent pairing, but I haven't had the pour for this pairing yet. So for the pour, we've got a salted caramel hot chocolate. It's still chilly here in Oklahoma, so I thought, why not go with a little hot chocolate? See how this pairing goes. Got the V cutter out today. Nice, good V cut there. Toast this foot a little bit. Remember, when you light that cigar, after you toast that foot, you never want to put your cigar in the flame. Hold it just off the tip of the flame. The cigar, pull that flame in there, heat it up nicely without charring your tobacco too much. Man, this La Roma de Cuba is good. This cigar was blended by Don Pepin Garcia for Ashton Farms. I'm pretty sure. Mm, that's different too. Definitely never had a salted caramel hot chocolate. So it's Connecticut broadleaf with Nicaraguan Nicaraguan binder and filler. And if you haven't had the Roma de Cuba series of cigars, man, I've not come across one that wasn't enjoyable yet. And this salted caramel hot chocolate was made with a Keurig cup. Uh, I'm a little lazier that way or convenient, however you want to look at it. Man, that's an interesting pairing so far. I really don't know what to think. The retro hell's got a slight spice to it. Uh, really enjoyable. Slight creaminess to it as well. This is a full-bodied cigar to medium full strength. Flavor is, I mean, it's just like I was saying, it's enjoyable flavor. You guys will enjoy it. I'll get into this cigar a little bit more, and I'll come back and touch base with you on the puff and the pour. See you in a minute. The construction of this cigar, these have always been really good. Like anything that you get from Don Pepin Garcia is going to be good. Uh, but it is a little breezy out here today from time to time, so it wouldn't surprise me to see it try to not burn as even as if you were in a climate controlled or less wind. I think that's just something you run across from time to time when you smoke outside. And I do, not that I would do this in a lounge. This would disrupt other people's relaxation, focus, fellowship time. But I mean, all my videos they'll primarily be outside. I will be in the works to get me a lounge built in the backyard, but I mean that's down the road. Well, I'm such a fan of these cigars. They're not a high end cigar, but they carry a high end flavor. So they run. This is a Gordo 6x60. It's going to run 15, $16, and it never disappoints. It's real to me, that and the San Cristobal from the last video. That these are similar cigars. Not necessarily in flavor, but they're what I would call a great value cigar. $15 and just an incredible smoke. Yeah, and it's let me get a retro hell and then to sip off this salted caramel hot chocolate. Oh, that's good. It's different. I mean, it's like nothing I've ever had before. It's different, but it's enjoyable. That retro hell there, that was some, probably, I wouldn't call it dark chocolate. I just call it chocolate. A little sweet, a little creamy. Might had a little hint of woodsy or slight cedar, but great retro hell for sure. Mm, nice. As you can see the burn. The burn's burning. It's doing better than I thought in this wind. That ash is. I mean, it's nice. Uh, I like the first third. Like I said, it had a hint of spice on light up, but not bad. It's more retro hell on light up. Into chocolate, maybe slight creamy chocolate. The retro hell, as I got farther into it, was woodsy, slight spice, woodsy, uh, with more chocolate. Like, yeah, see that there was no spice on that retro hell right there. That was only creamy. That's all I tasted off that retro hell. That's crazy because that's the first retro hell that was like that. That didn't have some kind of spice that kind of would hit you. Uh, that was the first one. Some kind of spice or wood. That was just creamy, smooth. And again, I don't know if you guys are hot chocolate drinkers, coffee drinkers. Not a lot of coffee drinkers drink hot chocolate. I know that, but again, I want to find some stuff outside of liquor, uh, bourbons, wines, rums, and I'm going to try all those also. But I want to find other stuff also that you can pair in the middle of the day, where if you're at work or fixing to go do family functions or do anything, that you can enjoy a cigar and a sip and not have to worry about it being alcohol or driving after. So, I mean, this is it. This is great. And that salted caramel is different. I really hope you guys get a chance to try that. I'm gonna say right now, it's really pairing well with this Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. For me, when I'm pairing a drink, a lot of times that'll be the wrapper will be the first thing I notice on that. Especially if it's like this, where it's just a medium full strength cigar. but it's full bodied. Yeah, you can't beat that. And I don't know if we've talked about it, but like full bodied is the how powerful the flavor is in your cigar, where your strength will be more of like your nicotine punch. A stronger cigar is going to have a bigger nicotine punch. Let me get into this second third, and I'll come back and talk more about the puff and pour pairing. Man, I was really hoping to get some golf in today. Take a cigar out to the golf course, maybe do a puff and puff and pour pairing from the golf course. And that's a tongue twister. Puff and pour pairing, but do one from the golf course today. And it's nice enough too, but we still have a little bit of snow and ice on the golf course, so just wasn't good. Wouldn't have been good for the golf course, and they just still shut down probably for one more day. So this second third, getting a little more boldness, and I say boldness, not a little more earthy, a little spice, maybe black pepper spice, probably about the best. See how nice that band came off? Man, that old Don Pepin Garcia, he knew what he was doing. And this was manufactured, like I was talking about earlier, from my father for Ashton. It's a collab with them, and you can tell. I mean, the construction of this cigar, it, it it's amazing. I mean, it makes you appreciate the craft, the trade, not just in the blending, but in the construction of the cigar. Okay, let me get in this one a little bit more as I finish this second and start this final third. The pairing still is great, even with the cigar having a little bit more strength, a little bit more pepper, earthy, getting away from the creamy and the chocolate a little bit. I'll do a quick retro hell, give you my take on that, but it's still pairing great with that salted caramel. Better than I ever would have thought. Yeah, that got away from it. There's still some creaminess there. That was a little earthy, probably cedar, quite a bit of cedar in that, and a light spice. Good though, really good. Man, as I finish off this second third, I got a little leather. It's leathery and maybe like a creamy syrup or molasses. It still with the hint of spice. It's great, and it pairs this salted caramel hot chocolate with this cigar. I'll definitely be trying that salted caramel with another cigar down the road because the pairing is incredible. Like I've done a few different pairing reviews, and it's probably the best one so far as non-alcoholic. Like it's crazy. You never would have thought. Like I was trying to find something good to pair for you guys today, and I was like, well, I've never tried salted caramel hot chocolate. My wife drinks it, uh, but I thought, man, let me give it a try and see. If worst case, the review wasn't going to be good for this pairing, but oh, it mellowed a little bit right there. That was a little creamy, more creamy dark chocolate molasses. And molasses is really a hard one for me to say taste bud wise because I mean who's tried a lot of molasses, but I think of it as just a stronger syrup, and that's about how I'm getting on this. It's great. Yeah, I enjoy it. As I start this first third, I do want to get back on here and say I was wrong when I told you the price on these. These are around $12 a cigar, which, in my opinion, makes a cigar even better. I mean, you can get a cigar of this quality, this flavor, this boldness, and strength, and pair with so many things. Like this, this makes this cigar almost a steal. And I'm sure most everybody, I would think, has had a My Father by now. Most probably has had the My Father Judge, which is an excellent cigar. We'll probably at some point get a My Father Judge and pair with something. But I mean, I can think of a lot of things. A, a lot of good things that would pair with this. I'll tell you a pairing I want to do. You guys, let me know what you think on this too. Is a energy drink with a cigar. I've done that before. I've done it with the Celsius, and I didn't like it. And I had an excellent cigar. The cigar was great. The pairing, they just didn't go well together. And I like Celsius and I like the cigar, and I couldn't tell you exactly what cigar it was, but it it didn't go good together. And I'd read something somewhere, someone posted about a different energy drink, so that paired good with a cigar. So if you guys know of an energy drink that you want me to try with a cigar, you know, give me an idea and I'll definitely try it. This final third, I mean, it's just more what I've been getting. It's still in that creamy molasses. Still, I'm still getting that light leather, light spice. Retro Hill was creamy there with a touch of spice. Smooth, very, very smooth. Yeah, great so far. We'll finish this up. We'll do a review of the cigar. I'll rate it for you, and then I'll rate our pair for the day. See you in a few. All right, we're down in that final third pretty good. This final third, the earthiness creeped up a little bit, spiciness a little bit. The Retro Hill, I'm still not getting the spice, but on the palate, I am, which is fine. It's nothing to shy you away. We're still getting that consistent creaminess, light sweetness, which is good. It just really shows the complexity of this cigar. So that being said, with the boldness of this cigar being full and it being medium to full strength, the construction of this cigar, I mean, it's a 92 for me. Uh, and I've smoked it before. I told you that. I really enjoy it. The pairing with the salted caramel, I think probably why the caramel goes so good with this. A lot of your bourbons, whiskeys, you'll get that caramel taste. Some of your cognacs, you'll pick up that molasses, that stronger molasses. So I can see this pairing good with that. That makes sense. But it paired from the beginning to the end. The pairing was great. So while the rating for the cigar is a 92, I think I'm gonna rate the pairing as a 92 as well. Like it was wonderful. thank you guys for joining me today. I hope your puff and pour pairs well this week. You guys have a great week.